Hello everyone, welcome back to the Biology Foundation course. Now in this class, let us study regarding the part of the chordates. Now, till the last class, in the previous session, we came across hemichordates, which are also called as half chordates, but they are not considered under chordates presently, and hence apart from this, the next part that we are going to continue is regarding the part of the chordates. But before starting with the next actual part, chordates, let us have a glance of a differentiation in between the characters of chordates as well as non-chordates. Okay, then how can we differentiate chordates with that of non-chordates? Where we also call them as vertebrates as well as invertebrates. In the broad categorization, we just classify into chordates as well as non-chordates. We know the basic characteristic feature of chordates as well as the non-chordates. So what is the basic characteristic feature of chordates? So here we have presence of notochord. So here presence of notochord is the characteristic feature of chordates, and here absence of a notochord. So based on the presence or absence of the notochord, we have just classified the organisms into chordates as well as non-chordates. Okay, then apart from this, presence of ventral heart. So presence of a ventral heart. That means a heart is present on the ventral side. So this surface is called as ventral. Okay, so the first part, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ventral surface ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Back side we call it as a dorsal surface. So presence of ventral heart. Our heart is present on the ventral side because we are chordates. ನಾವು ಕಶೇರುಕ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಇರ್ತದ, ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಭಾಗ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತದ. ನಮಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಭಾಗ ಡಾರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೈಡ್. ದೆನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೊ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ if heart is present, then it will be present on the dorsal side. Okay, because we won't consider that the heart is present in all the organisms, but heart like structure will be there. If present, it will be on dorsal side. If present, then it is on dorsal side. That means if heart is present, that is present on the dorsal side of invertebrates. Okay, like that of arthropoda. Then dorsal tubular nerve cord. We have a hollow dorsal tubular nerve cord where we call it as spinal cord. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು spinal cord ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Now here, this nerve cord, if it is present, it is a double and present on the ventral side. So this nerve cord is present on ventral side. Okay, so ventral nerve cord, that is double. Here dorsal single tubular nerve cord is present. Now here ventral double nerve cord is present. Okay, then presence of post anal tail. Now here is absent. Now post anal tail will be present in case of the chordates. So tail part is present. So presence of a post anal tail. So towards the anal side, the tail will be present. Okay, that means it is not compulsory in all the organisms, but in majority of the organisms we find this. and this we can observe it even in the embryonic stages also. Okay, ಭ್ರೂಣಾವಸ್ಥೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುವಂಥವು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. Okay, now here absence. So absence of post-anal tail. So these are the basic characters by which we can differentiate the chordates as well as the non-chordates. So with this, let's go to the classification of chordates. Now regarding the chordates, these chordates, they have notochord, and this notochord is present in the embryonic stage. And in case of vertebrates like humans, it is replaced by vertebral column. So notochord is nothing but it is a cord which is present in embryonic stage. ಭ್ರೂಣಾವಸ್ಥೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುವಂಥ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅದು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದಾಗ ಈಗ ನಾವು ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನ್ ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೂಳೆಯಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಪಾಡಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋನಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಾಣಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಇಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋನಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್? notochord, and that notochord is replaced by vertebral column in case of vertebrates. Okay, so all the mammals including humans, including us, are vertebrates. Okay, then let's go to the classification of chordates. Now phylum Chordata is classified into different subphylum. So phylum Chordate is classified into Urochordata, then Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. So here the phylum Chordate or Chordata is classified into 3 subphyla. First one is Urochordata, second one is Cephalochordata, third one is Vertebrata. So these are the 3 categories of chordates. Then what do we mean by Urochordata? Chordates meaning presence of the nerve cord, presence of the notochord. Urochordata, Uro refers to tail region. Notochord is present in the tail region of larval stage. ಈ ಲಾರ್ವೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಟೇಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡು ಬರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡಿಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವೇರ್ ದ ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್? ಸೊ ನೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ in larval tail. So presence of a notochord in the larval tail is said to be Urochordata. That's why Uro refers to the tail region. Notochord is present in the tail region. The second part is Cephalochordata. Cephalic meaning head region. The notochord is present from head to the entire length of the organism. That means notochord is present from head to entire length throughout its body, entire length of the body, the notochord is present, and hence we call such organisms as Cephalochordata, Urochordata and Cephalochordata. Now suppose if we look at the examples of Urochordata, Cephalochordata, they are different only along with the vertebrates. Again there is a brief classification. Then what exactly is a vertebrata? So in the vertebrates, this notochord is present and in the larval stage, and not in the larval stage, in the embryonic stage, and this notochord is replaced by vertebral column. So vertebrates, the notochord is replaced by vertebral column. Vertebral column. The notochord is replaced by vertebral column, and this vertebral column is also called as a backbone. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೂಳೆ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So notochord is replaced by vertebral column in case of the vertebrata, subphylum vertebrata. Now let's look at the examples. For the urochordata, we have certain examples: Salpa, Acidia, and Doleolum. So these are the various examples for urochordata: Salpa, Acidia, and Doleolum. These are the examples, best examples. And if we look at cephalochordata, for the cephalochordata, again we have different examples. Now these urochordates and cephalochordates, they are present exclusively in marine water. And here we have example of a bronchostoma. Now cephalochordata, we have an example of a bronchostoma. Now urochordata, these are the examples. Cephalochordata, these are the examples. Now both these together, urochordata and cephalochordata together are called by a single name, and that single name is called as a protochordates. We use the term protochordates. There is a term where we use called as a protochordates. Proto meaning primitive. They are primitive chordates. Then where they are present? They are exclusively marine inhabited. They are exclusively marine inhabited. ಸಮುದ್ರ ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಣಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು. ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್? ಯೂರೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟಾ, ಸೆಫೆಲೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟಾ. ಇವು ಎರಡೂ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾರ್ಡೇಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಫರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ protochordates. Proto meaning primitive. They are primitive chordates. They are exclusively found only in marine habitat. ಸಮುದ್ರ ನೀರೊಳಗಡೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುವಂತ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು. Okay, so that's why they are protochordates. Primitive type of chordates. ಇವರಿಂದ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗಿರುವಂತವು. From these only vertebrates have been arised during the course of evolution. Okay, and regarding that part of evolution, you are going to study it in the second PU classes. Okay, then apart from this, here we have vertebrates. Again, there is a classification of vertebrates. So vertebrata, subphylum vertebrata is divided into again divisions. So let's look at those divisions here. So this subphylum vertebrata is again divided into two divisions. One is an Agnatha. It is divided into two divisions. One is an Agnatha and second Gnathostomata. Second one is a Gnathostomata. Agnatha meaning the jawless. They do not possess jaws. Jawless animals. As we have the upper jaw and lower jaw, these jaws are not present. That's why we call them as a Agnatha. Gnathostomata, jawed animals having jaws. These are jawed animals. Look at the basic difference. Jaw ಇರುವಂತಾಗ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಗ್ನಾಥ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಜಾ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುವಂತ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಗ್ನಾಥ, ಜಾ ಇರುವಂತವ್ಗೆ ಗ್ನಾಥೋಸ್ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ವಿಂಗಡಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೂಳೆ ಹೊಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ವಿಂಗಡಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅಗ್ನಾಥ, ಗ್ನಾಥೋಸ್ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟ. ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಗ್ನಾಥ, this is having only one class Cyclostomata. Class Cyclostomata. And in this we come across certain examples called as a Petromyzon and hagfishes. Petromyzon, hagfishes. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. They have circular mouth. Okay, we call them as a jawless. They have circular mouth. Mouth ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ? It is a rounded circular mouth ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. And they are exclusively present in marine habitat. And one of the peculiarity of the Cyclostomata is They have around 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits. Okay, they appear like the fishes and they have the gill slits. Slits ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕಿವಿರುಗಳು, ಗಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿವಿರುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀರಿ, ಗಿಲ್ ಸ್ಲಿಟ್ಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಅದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದ. Okay, so as a result, they have around 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits will be present in case of cyclostomes. And here we have the best example of a Petromyzon. Then Gnathostomata, jawed animals, they are again divided. These are again divided into two superclasses. They are divided into two superclasses. Hangidra ivu yavu? One is superclass Pisces. Second one is superclass Tetrapoda. Superclass Pisces, superclass Tetrapoda. Pisces meaning having fins. Body melgade fins iruvantavu. So Pisces meaning they have fins. And Tetrapoda, tetra ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು, 4, poda legs ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So Tetrapoda, they have 4 legs, or we also call them as 4 appendages. 4 ಕಾಲು ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್ ಇರದೇ ಇರಬಹುದು. Okay, so what are those? We'll see them. Then this Pisces is again divided into two classes. Superclass Pisces is divided into two classes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. One is Chondrichthyes. Second one is Osteichthyes. Superclass Pisces is divided into two classes, Chondrichthyes, Osteichthyes. Chondrichthyes ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಲೇಜಿನಸ್ ಫಿಶ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಿವಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಲೇಜ್, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಲೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Osteichthyes, ostia meaning bones, bony fishes ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಬೋನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದ? ನೋ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ ದ ಬೋನ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ Chondrichthyes meaning cartilaginous fish, Osteichthyes bony fish. Okay, ಮೂಳೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಮೀನುಗಳು, they are the true fishes. You actually true fishes. Okay, and regarding the examples we will study. Let's give one example here. For Chondrichthyes we have one best classical example called as a Scoliodon, dogfish, which is also called as a shark. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಶಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ಲಿ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಮರೈನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟೇಟ್, ಸಮುದ್ರ ನೀರು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ. Osteichthyes ಬೋನಿ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬೋನಿ ಫಿಶಸ್ಗೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ತೊಗೋಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೀ ಹಾರ್ಸ್, ಹಿಪ್ಪೋ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ಇರುವಂಥವಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಆಂಜಲ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್, ದೆನ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್. Okay, so we have lot many examples for the bony fishes. Next, Tetrapoda. Superclass Tetrapoda is divided into again 4 classes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರುವಂತವು 1, 2, 3 and 4 classes. Superclass Tetrapoda is divided into 4 classes. ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಈ 4 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುವು? The first class is class Amphibia. Second one is Reptilia. Third one is Aves. And last one is Mammals. Look at these organisms. Now, superclass Tetrapoda having 4 appendages. This is divided into 4 classes. And what are those 4 classes? Class Amphibia, class Reptilia, Mammalia and Aves along with that. Now, Amphibia already ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಉಭಯವಾಸಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Where these organisms are present both in water as well as on land. 2 ಕಡೆ ವಾಸಿಸುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾವ? ನೀರಿನೊಳಗಡೆ ವಾಸಿಸ್ತಾವ, ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೂ ವಾಸಿಸ್ತಾವ, ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೂ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ 2 ಕಡೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬದುಕ್ತಾವ? When they are present inside the water, they respire through the skin. So they respire through the skin, moist skin will be there. When they are on the land, on the terrestrial medium, they respire through the lungs. So they respire through these 2 parts. Okay, now here and hence we use this term ಆಂಫಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ಯುವೆಲ್, ಡಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಡಬಲ್ ಲೈಫ್, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಡಬಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಐತಂತಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ವಾಸಿಸುವಂಥವು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯಾ, ಉಭಯವಾಸಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯಾ? Yes, it is a frog. Best example, classical example. Next, reptilia. Creeping or crawling animals. They are crawling animals, which already you know it. Okay, ಸರೀಸೃಪಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Now, best example for reptilia, crocodile, ಮೊಸಳೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವ, snakes, ಹಾವುಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವ, lizards, ಹಲ್ಲಿಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಕ್ಯಾಲೋಟಿಸ್, ಓತಿಕಾಟ್ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. Okay, so almost many examples are there for reptiles. Aves, ಹಕ್ಕಿಗಳು, ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಏವ್ಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ ದಮ್ ಎಸ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾಗಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಬರುವಂಥ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಏವ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಏವ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತದ? ದ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಎಸ್, it is the Salim Ali. He is also called as a birdman of India. Okay, so many birds are there. Yava birds bartav? Peacock, pigeon, emu birds, kiwi birds. Okay, so many will come, including the penguin. Flying as well as the flightless birds ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಾರುವಂಥ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರದೇ ಇರುವಂಥ, ವೇಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳನ್ನು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸಸ್ತನಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೆನಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ category, mammal, class mammal, then super class tetrapoda, then division Gnathostomata, then subphyla vertebrata, phylum chordata. So we belong to phylum chordates. Okay, so under mammals we can take an example of all the wild animals. Ella wild animals now example ತಗೋಬಹುದು, including lion, tiger, giraffe, cheetah, elephants. Okay, so as many as examples that we can take here. Okay, so this is the outline classification. Outline classification of what? Phylum chordata. So phylum chordata. Chordates antanu karitivi, chordata antanu karitivi. Okay, now these together, if we are to say one common term use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, as already we discussed. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? What do we call them? Yes, it is the protochordates. ಯಾಕೆ ಇವು ನಾವು protochordates ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Because these are primitive chordates. They are primitive chordates and hence they are named as protochordates. Okay, ಈ protochordataದಿಂದನ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥವು ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನಿಂದ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆದವು? ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಫ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೀಸ್ ನೇಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಡಾರ್ವಿನ್. So that we are going to study in second PUC in detail. Okay, so with this we'll end up the class today and we'll continue the next part in the next session.